Welcome to Intelligent Botanical Pathshala. Today we are going to discuss about recombinant DNA technology. Myself, Dr. Sujit Jadhav, Assistant Professor, Department of Botany, SBR College, Mhaswad, Taluka Man, District Satara. Today we are going to discuss about gene amplification through polymerase chain reaction. In short, we call it as PCR, which is an efficient and cost effective way to copy or amplify small segments of DNA or RNA. Using PCR, millions of copies of a section of DNA are made in just a few hours, yielding enough DNA required for analysis. The principle behind PCR technology is separation of DNA double-stranded template, primer formation, extension of new DNA strands by a DNA polymerase and deoxynucleotide triphosphatases. Some other proteins are also involved. The reaction ingredients present in PCR are target DNA, which contains the sequence to be amplified, pair of primers, that is oligonucleotides that define the sequence to be amplified, DNTPs, that is deoxynucleotide triphosphatases, which are DNA building blocks, thermostable DNA polymerase, the enzyme that catalyzes the reaction, another cofactor of the enzyme, that is Mg++ ions, and the buffer solution which maintains pH and ionic strength of the reaction solution suitable for the activity of the enzyme. This is a diagrammatic representation of PCR ingredients which are involved in PCR technology. The process for PCR technology, where the first step is denaturation, that is the separation of target DNA. For that, the tube containing the sample DNA which we want to separate is heated to be more than 90 degrees Celsius temperature, which separates the double-stranded DNA into two separate strands. The second sequence is annealing, that is binding primers to the DNA sequence. Two primers are used in step 2, one for each of the newly separated single DNA strands. The primers bind to the beginning of the sequence that will be copied, marking off the sequence for step 3. During step 2, the tube is cooled and primer binding occurs between 40 and 60 degrees Celsius temperature. The third step is extension, that is making a copy. The temperature is increased to approximately 72 degrees Celsius, beginning at the regions marked by the primers. Nucleotides in the solution are added to the annealed primers by the DNA polymerase. After completing the extension, two identical copies of the original DNA have been made. This step is called as completion of first cycle. Here we can, after second cycle, third cycle, we can double the DNA strands. And the last stage is final elongation. This single step is occasionally performed at the temperature of 70 to 74 degrees Celsius temperature for 5 to 15 minutes after the last PCR cycle to ensure that any remaining single stranded DNA is fully extended. These are some applications of polymerase chain reaction where we have two parts of these applications, where basic research, we can use PCR technology in basic research like mutation screening, drug discovery, classification of organisms, genotyping, molecular archaeology, molecular epidemiology, molecular ecology, bioinformatics, genomic cloning, site-directed mutagenesis, and gene expression studies. Where the applied research applications of PCR are genetic matching, detection of pathogens, prenatal diagnosis, DNA fingerprinting, and gene therapy. Now we are going to discuss about different types of PCR. There are near about 13 different types of PCR. The first one is real time, then quantitative, then reverse transcriptase, multiplex, hot start, asymmetric, methylation specific, allele specific, RAPD, nested, touchdown, in situ, and assemble. We will discuss one by one the important types of PCR, where the real time PCR, which is nothing but it monitors the amplification of a targeted DNA molecule during the PCR, that is in real time and not at its end as in conventional PCR. Real time PCR can be used quantitatively, semi-quantitatively, that is above or below a certain amount of DNA molecules, or qualitatively. Real time PCR is useful in diagnosis of diseases as a quantitatively measurement of human immunodeficiency virus, detection of thalassemia, hemophilia, sickle cell anemia, cystic fibrosis, phenylketonuria, use in forensic medicine, non-invasive parental diagnosis by analysis of fetal DNA in maternal plasma, detection of circulating Plasmodium falciparum DNA, effect of antimicrobial peptides on host cells. So these are some uses of real-time PCR. The second type is quantitative PCR, that is in short we call it as a qPCR, which is used to measure the quantity of a target sequence. Commonly it is used in real time. The another type is a multiplex PCR. Multiplex PCR is used to amplify several different DNA sequences simultaneously as if performing many separate PCR reactions all together in one reaction. So these are some applications of multiplex PCR. That is pathogen identification. We can use multiplex PCR in high throughput SNP genotyping. We can use this technology in mutation analysis, then gene detection analysis, template quantification, linkage analysis, RNA detection, forensic studies, diet analysis, etc. Another type of PCR technology is reverse transcriptase. Reverse transcriptase polymerase chain reaction, in short we call it as RT-PCR, is one of many variants of polymerase chain reaction. This technique is commonly used in molecular biology to detect RNA expression. These are some applications of RT-PCR, where detection of infectious agents, then diagnosis of genetic mutation and gene expression in a tissue can be detected with the help of RT-PCR. Then another type is nested PCR, which increases the specificity of DNA amplification by reducing background due to non-specific amplification of DNA. Another type is allele specific, which is a diagnostic or cloning technique based on single nucleotide variations. It requires prior knowledge of a DNA sequence, including differences between alleles and uses, primers whose 3' ends encompass the SNV. The applications of allele specific PCR are for the detection of single nucleotide polymorphism. Then it is used to identify single base differences in DNA. Another type of PCR is assemble PCR. It is an artificial synthesis of long DNA sequences by performing PCR on a pool of long oligonucleotides with short overlapping segments. Assembly PCR can be used to assemble two gene-sized pieces of DNA into one piece for easier cloning of fusion of genes or parts. Another type is inverse PCR, which involves a series of DNA digestions and self-ligation, resulting in known sequences at either end of unknown sequence. Another type of PCR is methylation specific, that is methylation specific PCR, in short what we call it as MSP, is a method for analysis of DNA methylation patterns in CpG islands. For performing MSP, DNA is modified by the PCR performed with two primer pairs which are detectable methylated and unmethylated DNA respectively. MSP is a rapid measure for assessment of the methylation status of CpG island. This particular methylation specific PCR is used to identify patterns of DNA methylation at cytosine guanine islands in genomic DNA. Another type of PCR technology is RAPD, in short what we call it as RAPD. It is pronounced as rapid, which stands for random amplified polymorphic DNA. It is a type of PCR reaction, but the segments of DNA that are amplified are random. And the another type of PCR is in situ PCR. In situ PCR is a polymerase chain reaction that actually takes place inside the cell on a slide. In situ PCR amplification can be performed on fixed tissues or cell. It applies the methodology of hybridization of the nucleic acids. There are some applications of in situ PCR like detection and diagnosis of viruses and other infectious agents in specific cell types within tissues, detection and characterization of tumor cells within tissue, detection and diagnosis of genetic mutations in inherited diseases. Another application is detection of gene and gene expression in a tissue. And another last application is any assay in which identification of cells expressing a target gene is required. So this is all about PCR technology. Thank you very much.